This is CNN with Jamie Cooper.
Brought to you by the Coleman Dental Group.
Oh, let's do a little bit of news this morning. I just told Stan, I'm going to have an Auburn story coming. He said, what is it, about cows? No, I wouldn't say that. Stan McDonald joins us this morning. We're talking to Stan Moore this morning about how if you're underwater in a home, you need to get in touch with McDonald and Associates. But how are you?
I'm good. Good to be here this morning. Thank you.
Always laughing.
Oh, well, Stan moved from our neighborhood, so we left at the same time today, and he was a little late getting here. So let's do a little bit of news. All right, last night they fried one down in Montgomery from Athens. Alabama executed its first inmate since 2011. Last night, putting to death an Athens man convicted of fatally beating and shooting an elderly man on Halloween back in 2005, and everybody knows how that story went, but he was put to sleep last night. News Curry also reports this morning sidewalk laid at Farmers Market. That's the place to be at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. They're also doing a garden down that way too. So if y'all haven't been by the Athens Farmers Market, that's where you need to go. And don't forget the big tractor pull tonight at Tanner. Decatur Daily got a great article this morning, Passion for the Pull. Here's Johnny Malone. He's one of the founders of the Alabama Championship Tractor and Truck Pull. Starts tonight at 7 o'clock. The event began 37 years ago, and tonight they're going to probably do a special thing in memory of our buddy Shirley Haney, who passed away this past year. Danny Johnson will be there, old Roadrunner himself. He'll have some video of that coming up next week. Lawrence County EMA head retiring. Hillard Frost started with the county in 1989, became director in 2005. They had a little retirement thing for him yesterday, so he ran the EMA over in Lawrence County for quite some time. Here's what I was going to talk to you about, Stan. I can't believe Zach did not mention this to me yesterday. Wow. Coach Legg had a legendary Auburn quarterback up there yesterday, Charlie Trotman, teaching quarterback. You know Charlie?
I do know Charlie.
55 years old. That's kind of hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. He was a good quarterback.
He was. He was over there. So Clint Legg said, old Charlie still got it. Was great with the players. Having him come up here was great for the kids. Dressed in his Auburn apparel. Charlie Trotman rolled out of the pocket, throws the ball downfield. All eyes are on the quarterback for the former Auburn quarterback, just like old days, even though he wasn't sitting in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Instead, he was on the practice field up at Ardmore High yesterday. Trotman started at Auburn, 77 to 79. Was at Ardmore yesterday, provided a clinic for high school teams quarterback. He said, I love days like this, just being out there on the football field working. And he said, DNA, football is in my DNA. He said, he's in the real estate business down in Montgomery. Might be a good contact for you.
Yes, might be. Charlie's a good man.
Yeah, he is. Auburn quarterback, 77 to 79 over there. Speaking of quarterbacks at Auburn, Decatur Daily says Auburn, the number one priority at Auburn for Coach Gus Malzahn is a quarterback. So who do you think it's going to be, Stan?
Well, I think it's going to be Nick Marshall. He's the junior college transfer. Here. But they're going to have to give Jeremy Johnson an opportunity. Jeremy Johnson is Mr. Football last year from Montgomery. I think it's Sidney Linear High School. About 6'4", 230 pounds, runs real fast. He'll be a true freshman. So I think it'll be Nick Marshall the next 2 years and Jeremy Johnson after that.
Yeah, but a team not having to look for a quarterback is Alabama Crimson Tide. Just let me go on record here right now. Somebody brought it up to me. Somebody brought it to me yesterday. Said, Jamie, you know, I've been watching your show for 20 years, and every football season you predicted Alabama to win a national championship. Well, lately I've been on a friggin' roll.
Yeah, you're taking credit.
Alabama does not need a quarterback. We got like 8 backups, but we got A.J. McCarron, who probably win the Heisman Trophy this year, if Clowney is still eligible after that little run-in with Jay-Z, the agent. All right, moving on. Football season, what, a month away?
Right.
I think 5 weeks, 4 weeks. All right, let's talk about Anthony Weiner, the man running for mayor. And, you know, he got caught in that sexting. Now he's sexted at least a dozen more women in the past year. Yet his wife, Stan, says, I'm not leaving him, I'm staying with him. But here's one of the girls' mothers said he's a pervert. What would force Apollo? And that's one of the girls he was sexting. What's wrong with these people, Stan? Politicians, man, I guess you can get by with that.
I don't know. I have watched him for quite some time, and his policies are extremely liberal. Which
no kidding.
Enough for me, yes.
Why would the people of New York stoop so low to put this? Now he was winning until this came out in the ratings.
He really is over the edge liberal now. Okay, he pushes the envelope. I don't know if you've ever seen him before. I've seen him on Fox News before all this stuff came out.
He did Fox News?
Yeah, he used to be on Fox News. They would interview him, and he was always a candidate to just be over the edge, push the envelope, say. And I think that's why New Yorkers probably like him, because he will. You take what you understand to be liberal, and then multiply it times 3, and that's where Anthony Weiner is.
Does he think he's that good looking?
I don't know what goes through his mind.
With a name like Weiner, keep my freaking mouth shut, don't you think?
Well, you know, you've got to wonder how he processes that in his head. Now, you know, anything that you say is subject to being interpreted in innuendo. So, can we?
Okay, let's move on to my number one. Let me move on to my number one story of the day.
That's good.
I'm not making this up. Zonkey, Z-O-N-K-E-Y. A male zebra jumped the fence and got in with a female donkey.
And that's real.
And yes, and produced this zonkey.
Pretty, actually. I guess you want one.
Well, here's my side. Let me go back here in my country rover days. I used to own 2 donkeys growing up in New Hope. Had them for 35, 40 years. You know where New Hope is, cuz. And then I rode a zebra in the 70s by a man named Red Sharp, owned it in Scottsboro, Alabama.
So now you think we should have a zonkey?
That's why I need to get, well, I already got goats in my neighborhood. Might as well get a zonkey down there. I need a mascot for the show. Be perfect. A zonkey. What do you think, Stan?
I wonder about how Larry Zonka got his
I don't know. All right, we're going to talk to Stan tomorrow. We're going to talk to Coach Hazel Green, and y'all going to meet our intern,
Jordan.
Flash Jordan, in just a second. Right now, we were at the Mud Volleyball Tournament. We get over 1,000 people in attendance for a fundraiser for Casa. We'll go to that video right now. We'll be back in just a moment. I'll tell y'all more about Cozy TV in just a moment. Y'all hang on. Can't you protect me no better than that?
That's right.
You should have sacrificed yourself.
No.
Hey, Cooper!
How are you doing?
Yeah. I feel like I was at the Sheriff's Rodeo again.
Hey, Dennis Black, tell me to get out there and get the mud.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
Guys, just like to remind you, as you're going to the pro, your real look is kind of
Yeah, that would have worked too.
Yeah, she's nice and like clean. She's just like, I'm just gonna add this here.
Good timing.
That's your second game?
Do what?
He want to be on TV. Look at it.
Well, I didn't, but look what happened.
Hey, look at that.
Jamie, let's go. There you go.
Well, he made it.
Oh!
Having fun?
Yep.
I need volley brawlers versus no Korean CIT. Volley brawlers versus no Korean CIT. At 9, I need the crew
Having fun?
Absolutely.
versus Run Tiger.